The Game Awards are over, and all I have to say is congratulations to Big M from Software and Miyazaki. Our boys won Game of the Year with Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Absolutely amazing. Justice was served. Gameplay wins, baby. Gameplay finally wins. Take that phrase for what you will, or that comment. Well, what do we do now? There were no Elden Ring news, no Elden Ring trailer, no nothing. I think that's fine. I think that the longer they take with it, unless it's fucking Square Enix tier where they take like 13 years to make one game, which they probably won't do. The more quiet they stay about it and the more patiently they work on Elden Ring, I think the more amazing it's going to be. But that's just my opinion. That's just sort of how things go with them. Remember Sekiro? We used to have that teaser. It wasn't even a trailer. It was like a teaser. It was Sekiro's prosthetic arm, and he was adjusting it, but we had no idea what the hell we were looking at until a little bit later, where they revealed what the hell it was all about. And it turned out that it was this game about a shinobi, and it was story-driven, and it was... Sekiro's a good game. Sekiro's a very good game. However, the topic of today's video is going to be how. How do I get over the fact that I am so stuck in Dark Souls mode? I want From Software to keep making more Dark Souls. I want my build, I want my stats, and I want my numbers. How do you kick that addiction? How do you break that mold? Well, let me tell you a little story about myself. I used to be that guy. I used to be the guy that thought that because the other Dark Souls games, specifically Dark Souls 2 and 3, didn't let me make my build, and when I say my build, I literally mean my build, a faith build that I made in Dark Souls 1, because I couldn't recreate that specific faith build and have it work in the same way that I did in Dark Souls 1, because I enjoyed it so much. It really destroyed my perception and the way that I judged Dark Souls 2 and 3. Bloodborne, not even, because Bloodborne is not a Dark Souls game, no matter the similarities that it has. But that's kind of like a separate topic, but whatever. The point is that I was obsessed with my faith build. And the fact that faith got progressively worse after each installment of Dark Souls wasn't really helping the case. It used to be that I was this poor little victim. I don't like this. They keep nerfing faith. Where is my build? Where is it? Where are the numbers? Everything hurts. My feelings are tainted, hurt, and bleeding. I am the victim. I don't like this. Why did you hurt me, Miyazaki? Why? That was me. That was me for a solid chunk of a couple of years. And eventually I got over it. And the way that I did it, and the way that I recommend that you, maybe not you do it if you want more of the same in terms of, you know, creating your character, making the same builds again, and all that stuff. Listen, I'm not saying that customizing your character and making your build is bad. In fact, I think the more a game gives you freedom to do so, to customize your character, the better the game is. Case in point, Fallout New Vegas. I've been replaying Fallout New Vegas for the past, 2 weeks. I've been having a blast because I've been playing it in ways that I haven't before, and the reason I can do that in the first place is because the game allows you to do so. So again, I am all in favor of freedom. However, all I am trying to say is that future From Software games, and I do say From Software because this is a case specific to FromSoft, at least the one that I'm talking about. I don't know about other games. But a lot of people want more of the same. I have to respectfully disagree that it should be that way. I don't think that it should be that way. I don't think it should be about my build. I don't think it should be about my numbers. I don't think it should be about my stats. It can be customizable. You can. I would enjoy making builds again. Yes. Not in the same way as in Dark Souls. No, I don't. I don't want that. Agree to disagree? Sure. Point is that I want them to change something in terms of the characters themselves, like how you build your character, if it's even a possibility in any of their future games. Again, I'm not talking about only Elden Ring. So the way that I did it, to get back on topic, the way that I got over that was looking at each game separately, looking at them, even if it was, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, they are in the same franchise. You can even count Demon Souls if you want. Look at them differently. Treat them for what they are. And what they are separate games. Same name, same stats, same weapons, some of the same characters. But they are still different games. Dark Souls 2 feels, like the physics of it, feels and just overall plays differently than Dark Souls 1 and 3. And Dark Souls 3 plays, to me at least, miles differently than 1 and 2. Even Demon Souls, again. I don't think that treating them all in the same way and having the same mentality is going to help. Again, I was the same way, and it really destroyed my perception of those games. I started to appreciate Dark Souls 2 and 3 when I stopped obsessing about having my build. Literally, again, my build, the one that I had made in Dark Souls 1. I stopped clinging to that familiarity. I stopped clinging to that little safe space bubble of a character that I created. Some of you may say, well, of course, you fucking idiot. Of course you're gonna feel better after not trying to recreate a Faith build that is going to be fucking garbage. Of course. Yes, it's obvious to some, but I was so into it. I was so into it that I couldn't help myself. I tried to recreate that build over and over. I have a video of that build. I remade it in the Dark Souls 1 remaster, but that's whatever. You can look for it on my channel if you want. And when I recreated it in Dark Souls 1 remaster, I didn't feel the same. The overall feeling was, I miss a lot of this, specifically Tranquil Walk of Peace. Fuck you, Ninja Flippers. But at the same time, I was like, this was good, but I'm okay about the fact that it's not the same in each game. I'm okay with the fact that I can't make this exact same thing in the other games because they are different games. So it makes sense that you can't copy-paste the same build. This can be said about all the builds and maybe even all the weapons. A Dex build in Dark Souls 1 has some advantages and disadvantages that a Dex build in Dark Souls 3 may or may not have. They may look and maybe even feel the same to play, but the fact is that mechanically speaking, those two games are different. So, therefore, it's a good idea to look at them as separate games and not obsess over the details. And just sort of let it rock and try new things. That's my suggestion, at least. Again, we can disagree, or we can agree. Whichever one, let me know. Thank you for listening to my rambling, and I'll see you in the next one.